Look at this wheat penny. I've got a feeling this is from the 30s. Let's flip this over and see. Wow. This is actually an insane find. Hello, coin enthusiasts out there. It is I, Dax Collects, and I have two penny boxes right in front of me here. Or so you think. I actually have 6 penny boxes right here. I've picked up 2 penny boxes these past 2 weeks for a total of 4 more penny boxes. So this is going to be another 2-box penny hunt. Let's see what we can find inside of 2 of these 6 boxes right here. But before I roll the die, let's go ahead and go over the pennies to look out for. So pennies to look out for are going to be the Indian head penny, minted between 1859 to 1909, any wheat pennies minted between 1909 to 1958, any 2009 pennies to check for copper, and any proofs, and anything for the books, as well as any errors and or varieties that we can possibly find inside of these rolls. And that's pretty much it. And if you haven't seen my last penny box video, I'll put the link right up here so you can go ahead and watch that one before you watch this one. All right, let's go ahead and roll this die right here to determine the 2 penny boxes for the video. So we'll range this from crown to 6. Crown, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's roll this once. What will be penny box number 53? 4. This is number 53. Which one's number 54? 5. 54. We'll open these 2 penny boxes in this video. The rest of these 4 here, I'll open up at a later date. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this 2-box penny hunt. And here it is. Let's go ahead and open this box up right now. Let's check those enders, see if there's anything that stand out. Let's see. Checking the top side real quick. I see a lot of copper pennies. No wheat penny enders, though, on the top side. I'll go ahead and check the bottom side as well, and I'll let you know if I find anything that stand out from the rest. I just finished checking the bottom side as well, and there's going to be nothing that stands out. So let's get started with this box. Let's see if we can find any new additions to the collection books. I will happily take any upgrades that we can find as well. Let's start this penny box hunt right now. So with that being said, let's get right into it. I am currently on roll number 7, and we have our first find of the box. It's going to be a Canadian penny. This one is from the year 1993, and this should have the diadem obverse design. As you can see, this design spanned between the years 1990 to 2003. It's just Queen Elizabeth wearing a diadem. All right, next find is inside of roll number 12, and it is another Canadian penny, this time with the tiara obverse design. This design spanned between the years 1965 to 1989. Let's flip this over and find out what the year is. 1970. Keep in mind that I do have Canadian books as well, so I'll check each of the Canadian collection books to see if any of these are additions and or upgrades to those books. So stay tuned for that. Let's see what else we can find. Ooh, man. I am currently on roll number 20, and we found our first wheat penny of the box. Yeesh, that was a rough streak of no wheat pennies. 1956, minted in Philadelphia. Just found wheat penny number 2 inside of roll number 26. 1942, minted in Philadelphia. All right, I'm already back. Inside of the very next roll, roll number 27, is wheat penny number 3. 1954, minted in Denver. We're starting a little bit of a streak here. Inside of roll number 28, the next roll is wheat penny number 4. 1957, minted in Denver. Just found wheat penny number 5 inside of roll number 32. Let's flip this over and see what year this was from. 1944, minted in Denver. For any of you that check for varieties, check for the D over S whenever you find this particular wheat penny. Just found wheat penny number 6 inside of roll number 35. This is my second 1957 minted in Denver. 2 rolls later, inside of roll number 37 is wheat penny number 7. 1946, minted in San Francisco. A fairly uncommon wheat penny to find. I'd say any of them from San Francisco are pretty uncommon. I am currently on roll number 49. Here is wheat penny number 8. 1952, minted in Denver. I have just finished penny box number 53. Let's go ahead and do a full box recap right now. Here are all the finds of the box. Let's go over them real quick. I found 3 wheat pennies here from the 1940s, 5 wheat pennies here from the 1950s, 2 Canadian pennies, and a total of 10 2009 pennies right here. So this was a pretty light box for me on average. I typically find about 10 of them per box. That's all right. Still though, this was a fun hunt. We'll have to see if the next box for the video will have more wheat pennies than this one. I'll check these pennies here for upgrades later in the video. So let's go ahead and bring out the next penny box. And here is penny box number 54. Let's go ahead and open this box up and check those enders. See if there's anything that stand out from the rest. All right, let's take a peek. It looks pretty standard. I see quite a few copper pennies, so that's always good to see. And quite a few zinc pennies, which will just get sent back to the bank. So I'll go ahead and check the bottom side as well, and I'll let you know if I find anything that stand out from the rest. And unfortunately, I did not find anything that stand out from the rest. So let's get started with penny box number 54. See what we can find inside of this box. So I'll go through this box. If I find anything, I'll bring you guys back and I'll show you guys the find, and we'll keep going until we get to the end of the box. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Found our first find inside of roll number 4, and it looks really old. Look at this wheat penny. I've got a feeling this is from the 30s. Let's flip this over and see. No. 1926, minted in San Francisco. Wow. This is actually an insane find. Only 4.5 million of these pennies were minted in circulation. This will be an addition to the #1 collection book. Very nice. Okay. I just took a look at the red book here, Just found the 1926 San Francisco. 4.5 million mintage. Look what it values at for a G4. $10. Wow. MS63 would be 500, but I definitely don't have that at all. It's definitely in between G4 and VG8. It's not highly valuable, but it definitely is the rarest wheat penny that I've found in circulation. By a mile. I am still in the same roll, and I just found our first Canadian penny of the box. And it's going to be the 100-year anniversary of Canada's Confederation, showing the bird right there. And on the obverse is the tiara Queen Elizabeth II bust design. Not off to a bad start with this box. Let's see if we can find any more crazy finds. I am currently on roll number 6, and I found 2 wheat pennies inside of this roll. Here's number 2. 1956, minted in Denver. Just wanted to point this out. The thing to look out for here is D above shadow D. And here's number 3. 1944, minted in Denver. Found inside of roll number 11 is wheat penny number 4. This is my second 1944, minted in Denver. 2 rolls later, inside of roll number 13 is another wheat penny. This is number 5. 1951, minted in San Francisco. Currently on roll number 16 is another wheat penny. This is number 6. 1950, minted in San Francisco. Next roll, roll number 17, is wheat penny number 7. 1941, minted in Denver. We're on a roll here, folks. Next roll, roll number 18. Here's wheat penny number 8 with some corrosion. Yikes. Ooh, is that a 20s penny? That looks like a 1920 Philadelphia. Wow. Next roll, roll number 19, is actually going to be a Canadian penny. The second one of the box. This one has the tiara obverse design. Let's flip this over and see what year this was from. 1980. Very nice. 2 rolls later, inside of roll number 21 is wheat penny number 9 of the box. 1952, minted in San Francisco. I am still on roll number 21. There was actually another wheat penny just behind this penny here. So let's check it out. 1934, minted in Philadelphia. This is wheat penny number 10. Next roll, roll number 22. Here's wheat penny number 11 of the box. This is my second 1956, minted in Denver. I am currently on roll number 24. Just found our third Canadian penny. It's a gorgeous one too. Still has luster. It is a 1979 Canadian penny. And there's the tiara obverse design. Still has a little bit of that cartwheel effect left on it. That's awesome. Next roll, roll number 25. We're going to have 2 finds here. Wheat penny number 12, 1946, minted in Denver. And Canadian penny number 4, 1991. And this one has the diadem obverse design. Next roll, roll number 26. Here's wheat penny number 13, 1958. Minted in Denver. The final year of the wheat penny. Next roll, roll number 27. Here's wheat penny number 14, 1936. Minted in Philadelphia. Check for the double die obverse. So have a microscope handy. Check for the doubling. If you have one, then you have yourself a variety coin. Next roll, once again, another wheat penny. Inside of roll number 28 is wheat penny number 15. This is my third 1956, minted in Denver. 3 rolls later, inside of roll number 31, here's wheat penny number 16, 1955, minted in Denver. Still on roll number 31, here's wheat penny number 17, 1947, minted in San Francisco. Next roll, roll number 32. Here is Canadian penny number 5, 1973. And here's that tiara obverse design. Once again, another wheat penny on the very next roll. Inside of roll number 33, here's wheat penny number 18. This is my second 1936, minted in Philadelphia. Next roll, roll number 34, wheat penny number 19, 1952, minted in Denver. Ooh, it's getting hot in here, folks. The wheat pennies just keep on rolling here. Next roll, roll number 35. We found wheat penny number 20. 1957, minted in Denver. All right, 2 more rolls later. Inside of roll number 37, here's Canadian penny number 6, 1981. Very nice. Looks like we hit the jackpot here. Inside of roll number 39, we're going to have 3 wheat pennies for sure. There might be a 4th hidden somewhere. But let's see. So this will be number 21. 1945, minted in San Francisco. That's the first one. Here's wheat penny number 22. This is my second 1951, minted in San Francisco. Here's number 23, 1938, minted in Philadelphia. A very good roll here. Let's see if we can add more to the wheat penny count in these next 11 rolls. I am currently on roll number 41. Here's wheat penny number 24. Can we hit 30 wheat pennies before the box is done? This is my second 1957, minted in Denver. Next roll, roll number 42. Here is wheat penny number 25. This is my second 1952, minted in Denver. This one is a pretty good roll too. Inside of roll number 44, I see 3 finds in this roll. The first one up is wheat penny number 26. This is my second 1946 minted in Denver. Here's the second find, wheat penny number 27. This is my third 1944 minted in Denver. And here's the third find, Canadian penny number 7. This one has the tiara obverse design. And it's from the year 1985. There are two different varieties of this 1985 Canadian penny. There's the pointed 5 and there's the blunt 5. This one right here is a blunt 5, which I already have in my collection book. I'm still looking for the pointed 5. Just about done with this box. Inside of roll number 48 is wheat penny number 28. This is my fourth 1944 minted in Denver. Now, this was a very fun box. Just finished penny box number 54. Let's go ahead and do a full box recap right now. Here are all the finds of the box. Let's go over them real quick. I found 2 wheat pennies here from the 1920s, 4 wheat pennies here from the 1930s, 9 wheat pennies here from the 1940s, 13 wheat pennies here from the 1950s, 7 Canadian pennies, and 15 pennies from the year 2009. This was an insane penny box right here because we just found one of the rarest wheat pennies out there. 1926 San Francisco. I don't think that I'll ever find a 1926 San Francisco ever again. Pretty crazy. Did find quite a few this time. 28 wheat pennies. We'll check each of these and the Canadian pennies for the collection books later in the video for additions and upgrades. So now that this box is done, let's go ahead and start the 2-box recap. All right. Here are all the finds of the 2 boxes in this 2-box hunt. The best highlight of the entire video here. Not as good as the Indian head penny find, but this is definitely number 2 for best penny find of all time. Found quite a few 30s as well. Tons of 40s. And even tons of 50s as well. Here's all the Canadian pennies that I found. Found a total of 9. And a total of 25 2009 pennies right here. Now, what I usually do after this is I'll go ahead and weigh all of these 2009 pennies to check and see if at least one of them is composed of copper. So let me go ahead and do that now, and I'll be right back to let you know if any of them are copper. Did not find any copper pennies from the year 2009. I did set the formative years pennies off to the side to check for the double thumb. The rest of them I put back in the jar. I'm not going to keep them. So now I'm left with 9 Canadian pennies and 36 wheat pennies to check for the books. So let's go ahead and bring them out right here, right now. First up is the Lincoln Pennies Collection Book number 2 between the years 1941 to 1974. This is what the book looks like before the 2 penny boxes in this video. Still missing 2 steel wheat pennies. I did not find any steel wheat pennies in this hunt. My last steel wheat penny find was inside of penny box number 5. I have not found a steel wheat penny in a long time. I'll continue the hunt to find the missing steel wheat pennies for the book. So now I'll go ahead and check the wheat pennies up here for upgrades. So I'll go ahead and look at each one of them now, and I'll be right back once I have any wheat pennies to plug in or not. I just finished checking all of the wheat pennies for this book, and unfortunately, there will be no upgrades. So after going through penny boxes number 53 and number 54, it'll look the same. Now let's go ahead and close this book. Next up, this one is the Lincoln Pennies collection book number 1 between the years 1909 to 1940. Right now I have a total of 30 wheat pennies inside of this collection book. I actually have 6 wheat pennies to check for this book. So I'll go ahead and take a look at them now, and I'll be right back. I have just finished checking all the 6 wheat pennies for this book. And of course, we're going to have an addition. It's the 1926 San Francisco. Let's go ahead and plug this in right now. And there we go. So now after going through penny boxes number 53 and number 54, this is what my Lincoln Pennies collection book number 1 looks like right now. Very, very happy with the addition here. We'll continue our search for the missing wheat pennies in the future. Now let's go ahead and close this book. Now that the wheat pennies are done, let's go ahead and check the Canada pennies. This is the Canada Small Cents collection book number 2 between the years 1989 to 2012. Here's how it looks so far. I'm having a tough time finding any Canadian pennies after 2006. I believe that the Royal Canadian Mint melted these down when they discontinued the penny. All I have to check is a 1991 and a 1993. Those are the only 2 I found that go in this book. Here's this one. Here's the 1993. Goes right here. Definitely will not be an upgrade. And here's the other one for the book. 1991. Let's see. These 2 1991 Canadian pennies both look pretty equal in quality. So we're going to leave the 1991 that's in there right now. And that's it for this book. So nothing to add, nothing to upgrade for the book. Now let's go ahead and close this book. And finally, here's the Canada Small Cents collection book number 1 between the years 1920 to 1988. One of my best highlights of coin roll hunting is the KG5 Canadian penny from the year 1933. And I also have several King George VI Canadian pennies that I found in circulation as well, which is always fun. But now I have the rest of these 7 Canadian pennies here to check for the book. So I'll be right back to let you know if I have any additions and or upgrades to this collection book. All done checking the Canadian pennies for this book. And we're actually going to have 2 upgrades. First is the 1967 Canadian penny. And the last one is this 1985 Blunt 5 Canadian penny. Let's go ahead and plug these in right now. And there we go. So now, after going through penny boxes number 53 and number 54, this is what my Canadian Pennies collection book number 1 looks like right now. I'll take any upgrades that we can find in circulation. I'll continue the search for the missing Canadian pennies in the future. Now let's go ahead and close this book. All right, that's all for the collection books. Now, I'll go ahead and put these Canadian pennies away, along with my huge stash of foreign finds in circulation. I do plan on checking these Canadian pennies that are in there right now for varieties, but I haven't done so yet. I haven't taken the time to do that. All right, and all that's left is to check the wheat pennies here and the formative years pennies here for the varieties. Whenever I variety check, I always go to the website www.varietyvista.com. In there, you can choose the denomination you're hunting for the varieties. Then you can look at each of the illustrations for the years with the no varieties. I always look for the FS variety, 5as Stanton. So they'll say FS 101, FS 102, FS 501, and a bunch of other classifications. So I look for those, and you can do the same as well just by visiting that website. All right, now go ahead and check all these pennies here for varieties. And if I find anything, I will let you guys know. And if not, then I'll conclude the video right here. So if you guys like this video, I appreciate it. Leave a like if you want and subscribe if you want as well, as I go through more coin boxes with you guys and see what we can find. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this 2-box penny hunt. Only found one edition for the book, and it's this right here, 1926 San Francisco. I consider it a win. Let me know if you have any wheat pennies that have mintages under 10 million that you have found or that you have in your possession. And also let me know of any wheat pennies, Indian head pennies, or anything older than that you have in your possession as well. I would love to hear what you guys have in your collection. And now I'm going to go ahead and start signing off. So thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Dax Collects, and I'll catch you guys on the flip. Good luck hunting, everyone, and have a good one. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you want to check out another video of mine, click on the tab in the bottom left corner.